I'm sure you've heard, folks, but in case you've not, news has emerged today from court of that shocking murder of 80-year-old dog-walking Bhim Kohli. 80-year-old gent killed just outside his home whilst walking a dog. Came across some youths who were intent on a bit of trouble, and one of them murdered him for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Reading it today, and I just couldn't believe what I was reading. Seemingly there's been a few youths on the park there, varying ages, all pretty young. And this young girl who was 12 at the time and said to a boy who was 14 at the time, they've both gone to 13 and 15 now, she said to the boy of 14, "He hit one of the people I know, a friend of mine, with a stick." It's only made up. And this boy says, "Oh, did he right? Oh, right." Decides to exact some revenge. The rest of the youths just left. They didn't want anything to do with it. Anyway, this young boy put a mask on, and he said, when I first read it, he killed him, he beat him with a slider. And I said to her indoors, "What's a slider?" She said, "I don't know." And I'm thinking it's some kind of metal object or implement. I'm thinking, what's a slider? I thought, I need to know what that is. And I thought, if it was a scooter, I'd know what a scooter is, but I thought, what's a slider? Anyway, I read it, and it turns out, is it a trainer or something like that, or some kind of shoe that you put on? I have heard the name before now I must admit it, but it's never a term I've ever used, and I've never bought any. I've never called anything sliders. Anyway, he's got the guy first to kneel down to on his knees, and he's just beating him with it and starts kicking him. She, the 12-year-old girl's filming it all. She sets it all up, she's filming it, and she can be heard in the background laughing as the 80-year-old is being hit and kicked. She's laughing at it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, when the police get the fella says, the lad, 14, he said, "No, what it is," he said, "I'd just been dumped and I was angry and I wanted to take it out on somebody." I thought, oh, well, I'm surprised that you've been dumped. You sound like a lovely lad. You know, any lad that'll beat and ultimately kill an 80-year-old must be a lovely person. Why did she dump you? Just can't believe it, can you? I mean, you can't believe some of the things that are happening on our streets. Oh, this was in one of our parks, but you just cannot believe it. 80-year-old, no harm to nobody, done nothing to anybody all his life, gets killed within yards of his own home for absolutely no reason at all. And kids are filming it and laughing at it. I don't know. There's evil out there, folks. There's absolutely no doubt about that. There's evil out there. And I don't care what anybody says. At 12 and 14 years of age, you know enough to know that you should not be doing what those two were doing. But they've got the old anonymity, and that'll stick with them because of their age. And no doubt they'll get off pretty lightly. I think she's on a manslaughter charge because she's incited it and been part of it and could have done something to stop it. And the lad is on a murder charge. But as I say, I'm sure they'll both get off pretty light because in these cases they usually do. But really, really sad for the old gent. Really, really sad. Anyway, I'll leave that one there.